So going into the World Cup break, Arsenal Football Club are leading the Premier League by 5 points. How is that nosebleed? What the fuck? Mikel Arteta has won many fans in the last 12 months for good reason, that the playstyle they have is fantastic and the players that they have is still not the final product, making players better week in, week out, the likes of Gabriel Martinelli, the likes of Bukayo Saka, and you can see a squad with a togetherness that is truly title worthy. It is time to respect Arsenal Football Club, and this is why. Cheapest and most reliable coins on FIFA 23, then go down below to use them and buy, top link in description, and make sure to use code Vizeh for 5%. The 12th of November, just over a month ago, Manchester City played Brentford at home, a reasonable team that you'd expect Man City to get a routine win. Of course, it did not work out that way. Brentford, in the last minute of the game, Ivan Toney with a brace, tearing the heart and soul of Gareth Southgate. Maybe, probably not. An incredible result for the Bees, and City dropped points to Arsenal, who the next game, with all the pressure, got a solid 2-0 win away from home against Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are bottom, to be fair, but it's still Wolves at the Molineux. As of right now of recording, Arsenal has the best defence in the league, alongside... Is that Newcastle? Jesus Christ. Okay, lads. Wow. And the second most goals scored in the league. Right now, you should be excited, because as a neutral fan of the Premier League, of course, I'm a Burnley fan, I have no horse in this battle. I want to see a competitive league. I want to see a league title race go down to the wire, like we've had in recent years with Manchester City and Liverpool. And all we can say is that, unless if you are obviously a rival of Arsenal, thank God for Arsenal. Now, in this video, I have got 3 reasons why Arsenal should be taken seriously. And you may not agree with some of these, but these are just my honest thoughts. So, of course, the news of Gabriel Jesus being injured could be seen as a damaging part for Arsenal. And of course, they have got the January window on the way, which I do feel like they will go and get the final few pieces of the puzzle completed. Arsenal are in the best position they've been in over a decade, potentially. They've spent money to get it, without a shadow of a doubt, but due to how great Man City are, the depth that they have is nowhere near when you compare it to Manchester City. In defence, no one's depth compares well to Manchester City, so that's not really in fault of Arsenal. It's just that City are taking the piss here. It is believed that Arsenal will be spending money in this window, and from what reports have said, that Arteta has been given around £15 million to spend for his budget. Of course, can be changed based on what players may also be sold in the window. That defensive midfielder spot at number 6 is a clear weakness, because behind Thomas Partey, who I'm not even going to get involved in that, in what's happened there, or not happened there, not getting involved. I'm a bystander here, right? Not getting involved. That number 6 spot is obviously a massive flaw. While Partey and Xhaka has been immense this season, that of course behind that, it's not offering too much there. So number 6 is a must for this window. Alongside that, a striker, because Eddie Nketiah is not a bad replacement to have. However, if you're going for a title without Jesus, who granted has not scored many goals, is a massive cog in that machine with his link-up play, his ability to get out of uncomfortable situations and comes out with the ball and still keep the possession of the ball is very vital. So I feel like Nketiah is a different beast. Could be a miss for Arsenal that they have not got that Jesus type of player. In this window, there's many players that have been linked, such as Shakhtar Donetsk, Mikhail Murdik. I've definitely butchered that, but I know that he's a very exciting player that Arsenal are keeping a tab on. Another reason why I believe that Arsenal should be taken seriously and that they can go on to win the league is that stats don't lie. In terms of history, when a team is in this position at this stage of the year, which of course, keeping in consideration the World Cup break is usually not happening this time. To be fair, when a team has collected this many points at this stage of the season, only one team has not gone on to win it. Who was that one team, you may say? It was Newcastle back in 95-96. The stats are on Arsenal's side here. The only issue is depth, and if they deal with that in January, there's no reason from what I've seen from this squad in the last couple of months that they can't keep this form going. The only problem that I may have is how young the team is. Man City are a team massively experienced with tons of talent, but also players that knows how to get the job done and to keep a lead in those situations. During the crunch time around March, that would be a high pressure part of the season. That pressure will be on, and last year, we'll be honest, we saw Arsenal crumble. Can we see a new Arsenal this year? Really like Arteta. I think he's done a fantastic job, and I'm happy that he has been given the time that he has been given, because I think that it's a great example to the rest of the teams, not just in England, but in world football, that you can back a manager and give him time to get his play style and his culture instilled in a football club. Fantastic work has been done here. I really want you guys to give me your thoughts on Arsenal. Where do you see them being? Now, of course, if they don't win the league, I'm not going to be ultimately upset. Man City are Man City, and depth is a massive factor here over the course of an entire season. Granted, keep in mind, 14 games have been played, and it's a 38-game season. They've still got about 2/3 of the way to go almost. Of course, tell me your thoughts down below in the comments. Where do you stand by with Arsenal? I'm really looking forward to seeing how they can do this season, because I think that it could be a great example and a great sort of blueprint of how to build a club to compete in this day of age. Of course, sadly, it's not a sort of Leicester underdog story, but in reality, in the place that football is nowadays, really anyone that's not City winning the title at this stage is an underdog story. It feels awful to say, but that is literally where we are at right now. City are good, stacked with talent and experience. So if you are obviously not a fan of Arsenal, you should be backing Arsenal this year. Just because I don't even dislike City. I just like to see a competitive title race. I think that for everyone involved, football is better that way. It should be unpredictable, and you shouldn't be having City will probably win it as your answer every year. So tell me your thoughts. I'm backing Arsenal to back themselves in the window, to add at least 2 pieces of the puzzle to their depth. And I believe that Arteta, with his young squad, which it is still, it's not young, but it's still got some developing players there. I believe that he has what it takes, because the stats don't lie. They've been the best team in the league this year so far, but there's still a long way to go. So, Arsenal, don't make me look dumb. And I'll back you the entire way for this year, until Burnley goes up next year. And then I hope that we beat you. But I'll see you then. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and like as well. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. If you're new here, then please do subscribe to the In Good Company YouTube channel, and also go and follow us on Spotify if you have not already. And I hope you enjoy.